I'm Steven Slade, and I'd like to introduce you to Raven 2.0. You're going to see some amazing things in this video, and if you're not already a Raven user, you'll probably want to be after you watch this. I'll begin with the greatest feature of the 2.0 update, and it's something that we'll talk a lot about during this video. It's called the batch command system, and it's going to blow your mind. Let me show you what it can do. Let's start off with a tracking session. We're going to need to set up a headphone cue system for the artist. Well, with the Raven batch command system, all you have to do is select your faders with a swipe, and then with one batch command button, the Raven will add a stereo aux send, copy the send to selected faders, and then it even copies the audio fader level to the send level. One button, instant headphone send. So by now you can probably guess that the batch command system is a series of single buttons that can execute up to 1,000 key commands and mouse clicks. Let's continue. Okay, now we're going to add some more tracks. Well, with a batch command we can add some new tracks and then even automatically name them with one button. So let's name all these tracks background vocals. Okay, so let's go to our drum tracks. I want to put my favorite plugin on all of them. I just hit favorite plugin, and there it goes. It copies my favorite plugin to all the tracks. No need to option copy anything. In this case, we use the Slate Digital VBC. I can do this to as many tracks as I want. Now let's get organized. Using the Raven's batch commands, I've set up my mix in easy window configurations. So this is my effects returns. One more button, and here are all my faders for my low end, including kick and bass tracks, and their associated plugins. I can access anything I want, anytime I want it with just a button. Making custom fader groups with their relevant plugins is quick and easy with the Raven, and it's going to make you mix faster and smarter. Let's go to our drum tracks. Watch what the batch command system can do here. Let's take this kick track. It's been recorded with no tempo map, so a simple button can fix that. I'll just select this bar here and hit our tempo map batch command button, and it automatically tempo maps one bar. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is when I select the entire drum track and hit the snap it batch command. So now this command is going to cut up each hit by the transient, then snap them all on the new grid, and then even fade each hit automatically. Let me say that again. In one button, this entire kick track will be sliced up by the transient and put on the grid and faded. Now let's do it to the snare track. Okay, more insane batch commands that will make your job easier and get you finished in the studio and home before dinner. I have a kick track here and I want to add some big dance kicks, but I have them in my MIDI instrument. So with a batch command, I can turn this entire audio track section into MIDI notes by hitting audio to MIDI, just like this. There it is. Again, no hands. Raven does it for you. So here are some MIDI drum tracks from the Steven Slade Drums 4 virtual drum instrument. But you could be using any virtual instrument. So we want to render these MIDI tracks as audio tracks. Well, we got a button for that. By hitting render MIDI, I can automatically render the MIDI tracks to audio, and it will even import them back into the session. And while this is happening, I can stop being a DAW technician and get back to the creative part of my job. And this is the important thing. Imagine how much time all of these batch commands are going to save you so you can focus on making music. So I'm showing you a lot of batch commands that come with Raven 2.0. But what if you want to make your own? Well, it's easy, and we've done most of the work for you. You simply press and hold a batch command button. Then you can either enter your own series of key commands to customize your own script, or you can choose from over 80 preset custom scripts and combine them to make a powerful custom batch command. Let's program something called fly hook. Press and hold the batch command button. Now let's enter our script. Hit the key command button and enter the following sequence. First is Command C. Then on the numeric keypad, we'll hit the dot, then 8, and then dot. Then we'll hit Command V, and then back to the numeric keypad, we'll hit dot, 1, 0, dot, and then finally, one more Command V. So all of these commands sound a bit complicated, but now with the batch command system, it's all just one button. So let's put it into action. I'll select my chorus vocals from the first section here, and then using our newly customized batch command, my chorus automatically copies and pastes to my second and third sections. I can use this with harmony vocals, guitar parts, and any other sections of the song that need to be duplicated multiple times to specific markers. Let's take a quick break from the batch command so I can introduce Faders 2.0. These new updated fader algorithms are so precise, so smooth, so reactive with a 5 millisecond response time, and they get the job done. And of course, if I want more resolution, I can't get it on hardware faders. But with Raven faders, I go into fine mode and can do as little as half dB automation moves easily because I can quadruple the resolution. It feels like cheating. The job of faders is to manipulate your audio levels in the best way possible. And as much nostalgia as the industry has for the iconic fader, there is no way you can get as precise a move on a standard mechanical fader as you can with the Raven faders. Plus, you can grab multiple faders from all over the desk and control them wherever you feel comfortable. And you can do this without looking at the console. Now let's go to some utility stuff. I can solo a bunch of tracks by swiping solos, but then I can clear all solos with the Clear Solo button. This function was previously only available on a particularly expensive hardware control surface. I can use my finger to grab regions, fade, move, and I can even use my finger as the pencil tool and draw in automation easily. I can navigate easily through the project using 2 fingers, and I can zoom in and out with 1 finger swipes on the nav pad, and then I have one batch command button to fit the entire project in the edit window. If you buy an expensive hardware console and you don't like the arrangement or ergonomics of the controls, there's nothing you can do. But with the Raven, you can customize everything on the console. You can move controls, save different layouts, modify parameters. It's a virtual world of endless possibilities. Okay, back to some batch commands. For vocal copying, we have some great ways to make that much easier. I can show playlist, scroll through takes, solo, and then send whatever region I like to the main take. So I have 2 different delays on this track for my vocal. I want to A/B between them to see which one fits the song better. We've got a batch command for that. Using this button, you can easily toggle between plugins on a track. Here on the MTX, we have 15 visible racks on our Raven mixer. Its little brother, the MTI, has 10 visible racks. Now, either way, users now have access to all of their inserts and sends with the batch command system. You can easily toggle between all your inserts and your sends to see exactly what you want. There is no control service that has a more efficient way of tweaking plugins than the Raven. With the Raven, you reach out and touch the actual plugin controls, and you're done. I hear something wrong with the track, I load the plugin, I instantly tweak. I don't use any generic controller knobs. I don't have to scroll through pages. I don't have any delay in the creative process. Do not spend tens of thousands of dollars on a hardware control surface if you can't instantly tweak plugins with ease. I want to process this track with an Audio Suite plugin. Raven batch commands make it easy. Just select them all, hit one button, and Raven opens up the Audio Suite plugin, processes it, and then goes to the next track, processes, and keeps going till all your tracks are done. I can sit back and worry about more important matters. So now our mix is finished, and we want to export and name some stems. And you guessed it, we hit a batch command and it will automatically bounce our stems and name them. Now this might look easy, but note that this batch command consists of over 40 key commands, mouse clicks, and menu selections. It is soloing each stem group, copying the name to the export menu, moving to the next stem until all your bounced stems are done. The point is this: the Raven takes away the tedious task of being a technician in the studio and allows you to be an artist, a creative. There are no more obstacles between you and your craft. Call your local slate dealer and try out a Raven today. Thanks for watching. And I'll leave you with one more thing, my favorite batch command of all, and one that's going to save me hours per week. I need to take this entire session and give it to another engineer who uses a different DAW. With one batch command button, I can consolidate all of the regions of every single track, export each track, and then automatically name each one so you don't have to sit around and wait for them each to bounce. Okay, that's it. Happy music making.